Hey guys, how's it going? This is Mikey from Worldviews. I'm actually sitting here right now, actually eating my lunch, right here. But I just wanted to make this video, and I know I haven't made a video in a long time. And it's been, I guess, to be very honest, it's just been pure laziness. I haven't been, focused in my life. But I actually felt burdened to, make this video, and it was simply because I've been noticing a lot of certain debates that have been going on, especially among American Christians, where they were, groups of presuppositionalist apologists that were debating against atheists. Now, this is the problem, and it's just, I'm not, trying to, be nasty, critical, judgmental, or anything like that. But what I have found is that whenever I see a person, debate presuppositional apologetics, which, deals with the idea that a person cannot have a coherent worldview without the existence of not just any God, but the Christian God. Um, the tactics that I have seen being employed by the presuppositionalists whenever they're debating against an atheist have been nothing but uh, almost just cutting the other person off without allowing them to answer. Now, I'll give an example of this. When I see Matt Dillahunty debate against Cy Ten Bruggencate, this was a debate that happened way back. Um, the way that Cy Ten Bruggencate handled it. Now, God bless the brother. I believe he's a genuine believer. He wants to honor God. The problem with what he's saying is that not what he's saying. The problem with how he handled the debate was that he kept cutting Matt off when Matt was actually giving some, very legitimate, very intellectual arguments, but then Cy kept acting like a broken recorder, kept questioning, the basis for his worldview, and Matt was able to, legitimately answer his questions. And to me, it just seems so, almost, I mean, I don't want to say this, but it almost seems a bit childish. When you're not, you know, allowing another person to answer, you just talk over them. You end up talking past them, and you end up actually looking like a jerk. You don't end up, loving that person. You don't end up actually, caring about what that person actually has to say. Uh, you just keep trying to talk over them as if that is going to win the debate. And that's illegitimate. That's absolutely an illegitimate form of apologetics. And, the Apostle Peter, when he wrote, the purpose of apologetics is to give the hope that is within us and to do it with gentleness and respect to that other person. Now, I myself have failed to do that. Like, I have failed to do apologetics in a way where I'm actually showing respect and gentleness and love to that other person. In fact, I'm guilty, just as guilty, of talking over the other person, trying to smash them over the head, and wanting to win the debate. That is not the right way to do it. And ultimately, it's not about you trying to win the argument. Yes, I do believe personally that the atheistic worldview fails on so many different levels, but at the end of the day, you know, I just want to faithfully love that atheist person who is, uh, who does not believe what I believe. And at the end of the day, that's up to that person's choice and also up to the sovereign work of the Spirit of God just to draw that person. If you don't, act in gentleness, uh, people are going to see you coming off with judgment. People are going to see you coming off with, you know, um, this almost like combative, militant Christianity. And when Jesus actually says this one thing, they will know that you're my disciples by your love. That's the most important thing, by your love. And so, you see, here's the thing, I can lose a debate. I mean, there are times where I've seemed to come off triumphant in certain debates. Sometimes I don't come off triumphant. In fact, I lose the debate probably most of the time. But for me, I just want to love that person, faithfully pray for them, and it is at the end of the day the Spirit of God that will open their eyes. So, um, I hope that this will be helpful. I hope that this is actually something um, to think about, and especially if you are a Christian who wants to get into a ministry of apologetics. Um, Please be gentle, be loving, be patient to listen to what that other person has to say, because otherwise you might talk past them, and God forbid we actually end up like Job's three friends who can say all the right theological truths and yet be so insensitive to that person's needs, and ending up where God shows up and says, you know my anger burns against you and your two friends because you have not spoken of me what was right. That was from Job 42, verse 7. So, anyways, I just wanted to leave it with that. Hope that you all be blessed. And God bless you all. Take care. Bye now.